Hello and welcome back to the workshop this week. Finally, we actually managed to do an episode because last week this little film called Avengers Endgame came out, and we were both watching that, weren't we, Xcal?
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah, but we're back. We're back with another workshop this week, and this week we have an SV and a CV for you. Two actually quite small designs for once. So we're not going to be here for 3 hours going through a gigantic CV. So the first one we're going to look at is this tiny little SV down here, which is the Sovereign by Fractal. And yeah, that is one cool looking SV.
Yeah, just, you know, trademark Fractalite, just like some serious glowy bits here. Dragon would go nuts with this thing. Like, just everything in his workshop is just super creative.
It's
just,
sleek.
you know, just the, like you see the kind of the matte finish grade, right, against the light. It just looks so cool.
Yeah.
Just the style is just always freaking awesome. The way he uses the shapes without any regard to, you know, intersecting sometimes, like you see these little like triangle bits here, and just, but everything's, you know, colored the right way. It's colored, you know, to show that these are like vents popping out. But he loves the flat blocks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves the flat blocks, I mean, and he does it really well. It looks really cool.
It looks like it's been Swiss cheesed professionally. You know, there's so many holes in this damn thing. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. It's really, really cool. It's unique. I think I remember seeing another CV. I don't think it was by Fractal. I might be wrong. The Seraphim, do you remember that one from ages ago?
Yeah.
Had disconnected parts and things like that. It reminds me a lot of that, where it's just you got these big sort of gaps and holes in here. But you're right. The contrast in the colors, the lighting and stuff like that, the smooth texture and everything, it just works. It looks really smart.
Yeah, it's yeah.
So it's pretty cheap as well at 456 iron. You can read the rest. It's really not that expensive. It is armed with 4 railguns, and that's it though. So I mean, if you're interested in a sort of multi-role fighter with lots of options, you're out of options there. You can obviously just replace the railguns with whatever your favorite flavor is, I suppose. Unlock level 15, and yeah, that's pretty much it really. You got 2,400 fuel capacity. It doesn't have any luxuries whatsoever. This is basically a pure little fighter. You've got no constructors. You do have O2 tanks, but no O2 station, and nothing else. Oh, does have a fridge though. Well, you'll be happy with that. It does have a fridge. And a detector, which is great. So, why don't we have a little fly around and let's see how this thing handles. Hang on, my camera's all out of whack a second. It's nice and nippy off the line. Let's do any knife flying with it. See if we can just fly on. Yeah, that holds nicely. Upside down.
Hey, Crazy just called me. He wants you to do a barrel roll.
Yeah. From inverted to inverted barrel roll. There you go.
Nice. Look at that.
This is fun to fly. It is fun to fly. It's responsive. I don't know, the roll. Maybe it's the position of the RCSs. The roll is not quite as responsive as I would like it. Hello, tree. And it only just stays off the ground if you are hammering that spacebar during sort of tight maneuvers and stuff like a barrel roll, like a corkscrew, like a sharp turn. You do have to hit the space quite heavily to keep it off the ground. So maybe the upward thrust isn't as powerful. But then, you know, it's an SV this size. You're not going to have a huge amount of thrusters. It's tiny, it's maneuverable, it's fast. It's almost worthy of the name Nightshade, but not quite. You saw how close I was to that CV there. That was me hammering the button to stay airborne. Nailed it!
Yeah, you did.
I was out of fuel, but managed to replace the fuel before crashing on the ground, so it's all good. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. So that is the Sovereign by Fractal. Very, very cool little SV. Check it out, guys. Links down below in the video description, as always. Nice little scout. Alright, what we got next?
Yeah, so next we have the Terran T2 and this is by No Steer. So first thing I see here is we definitely got some asymmetrical action going on here, which is very cool. Let's go ahead and extend those, extend the weapons here. Yeah, so
pew, pew.
Gives you 4 pew pews there, some plasma cannons.
The laser cannons.
Yeah,
this is a CV.
Yeah, it's a CV. I forgot. It looks like an SV, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's a.
Yeah, you look at it, you're like, yeah, it's an SV.
Yeah, it's an SV.
It's just a CV, guys. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. I really like the cockpit window treatment here. It's funny because, like, you know, he's put these platings here up on the top, and maybe the little texture on the sides was an overlooked thing that probably could have been done, but it actually looks like that raises up into something. I don't know if it's just me.
It's a convertible.
It looks like this. Yeah,
it's
it
a
does,
soft
right?
top.
It does. I'm telling you, it looks like this center part can raise up, and then this vent thing maybe comes down, and then it like folds into it.
Yeah, it folds away. Yeah. That's nice.
That is so cool, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what he was going for. So yeah, let's you got a big H on the front here. I'm dying to know what that's about. That's cool. But yeah, no, it just looks cool, man. I mean, whenever somebody could make a CV that looks like a really cool fighter SV, you know, on the outside, I just think it's cool. Yeah. Honestly, I'm going around this thing, and how do you get?
It's at the front here. There's actually this is one of the things that impressed me with this build.
Oh.
It's got a HV bay. You know how small this damn thing is, and it's got a HV bay. This is fair play. That's
something that's nice. I like it. Very cool. I mean, yeah, look at that. You could fit a little fighter in here.
You could fit a little fighter in here. You could fit an earth mover in here. Yeah. Yeah, very, very nice little, and you know, well protected as well with that nose that dips down. Things get a little bit you get a little bit cramped after that, don't they?
I mean, you'd almost have to, right?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? But you definitely got a what is this? This is a med station? Yeah, you got a med station. Notice there's no clone chamber.
Yeah, I noted that.
I don't think you could fit one.
Nope.
Maybe he wanted to put one.
Yeah, maybe you could put one over here, like out of the way where it doesn't matter. Alright,
so you got that. You got a small constructor here. You got an ammo box with 8,000 capacity. You got ventilation, armor locker. So he's really food processor there. He's really put everything into this thing. O2 station upstairs here.
Yep.
And then cockpit, passenger, and
that's it.
Pilot.
That's all she wrote. Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy compact.
So,
there is no gravity generator.
No. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think there would be, but okay, so cargo. Cargo's the first thing that I'm wondering about. I guess this right here is your cargo, right?
Yeah, these are 8,000.
So you got 8, 16, 24, 32. I can't count. Yeah, it's got enough cargo. And I kind of like it. I like the, you know, maybe this bottom part goes down and you're able to get the cargo, and you know what I mean? Like it kind of like.
Oh, that'd be so cool, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't that be sweet?
Existed.
Yeah.
It's like piston ramps, like just.
Yeah.
God damn. Eliard, please add.
Yeah.
Please develop.
So that would be cool.
Should we take it for a spin?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take it. You drive.
All right.
Wait. There we go. All right, go ahead.
Ready to top up the old fuel tanks again.
Good call.
All right.
Yeah, see, this just looks sweet, man. Really
crazy's barrel roll.
I like how thin it is too. It's not.
Yeah, it rolls really nice.
It's sleek. Yeah, it's sleek, man.
I can imagine popping drones in this thing would be a lot of fun, actually. I mean, popping drones in an SV is fun. Obviously, you can't actually fire those laser weapons on planet, though, can you? Ooh.
No. So let's be honest here with that. I mean, that would probably be my only reservation is there's literally no real turrets on this thing other than a couple of sentry guns.
Yeah.
I feel like you could have easily put some turrets where the wings are, you know, just to give some protection, either orbitably or orbitally or planetary, right?
Yeah.
You could have. Yeah, you could have. But, you know, that's fine.
This thing rolls beautifully. It is like flying an SV. It's crazy that this is a CV. It's very nicely balanced. Can I knife fly in this? Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Is that even dropping? I mean, I don't think it is. Can it fly upside down?
Does this have a warp drive?
It does.
Wow. See, so this is it, right? Like this thing, you know, you can hold a miner. You can easily throw a miner in there. And you can go planet to planet and, you know, I mean, granted, you don't have a lot of cargo, but you have enough to go to the moon and, you know, get resources and stuff. And as long as it has the wireless capability, I mean, you could tether and transport stuff from your miner to the cargo in the CV. So
I'd say it was a very capable starter CV, but it is not in any way, shape, or form a starter CV because it's level 25. Those laser cannons really up the level, and I suppose you could take it into creative mode, take the laser cannons out, and just put in antennas as a placeholder until you loop or can make the laser cannons or whatever. But yeah, it's these things that really they rack it up to 25. So,
and that's really it. He's got regular RCSs on this thing. He doesn't have tier 2 RCSs. I don't really see anything else that would jump this up to a higher level other than that. So
no, it's all sort of small to medium thrusters, I think. It's literally just the lasers, I think.
And honestly, like, you know, you put a harvest box in this thing and throw some laser drills instead of those plasma.
That could work.
Or whatever. Yeah. You could make a little miner.
My only drama about like this thing being a harvester or any kind of cargo carrier is that your downward thrust, I think, is 4 thrusters.
Okay.
And I think they're smalls. Yeah, that's a thruster small.
Okay.
Their thruster small. It wouldn't take it. It just wouldn't take it. In fact, I struggle to believe that it would take what you can put into these 8,000 cargo boxes, as in these 8,000 SU cargo boxes, actually on the ship already. So, because it is such a compact design, and it is beautifully compact.
It really is. It's a great look, and maybe that's it. Maybe you just appreciate it that, you know, this is a really cool little, you know, minimal function, but some good performance, a really nice look. Some nice RP value, but it does have some function. It can hold a miner. It could transport to the moon and back, gather some resources. It could transport somebody and their vessel if you need to do some medevac or something. I don't know. I mean, it's got its role, right? So it's just kind of in the eye of the beholder, whatever.
Yeah. Practically, it's perhaps a little bit limited for what you'd want from a CV, but it just looks really cool. and it handles like an SV. What do you want? Come on.
That's it. Yeah.
What CV have you flown that handles like an SV?
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's inspiring me to want to make something. Yes, it's cool. My problem is I want my builds to solve every problem in the game. That's my problem.
Yeah.
And I end up with pretty bricks, right? Yeah. Any sci-fi, you know, show or movie or whatever, you know, spaceships have different classes, different functions, different capabilities. You know, none of them do everything, right? Other than, like, I don't know, a really big one. You know what I mean? Like, look at how small this thing is. Like, how dare we expect everything from it, right?
Exactly. It's just freaking cool, man. But anyway.
Yeah.
That is the Terran. Actually, I haven't looked at the statistics of this. These are the statistics. Let's look through the statistics. That's what we're here to do, isn't it? It's actually not that expensive, really. It's it's sort of up there with starter CV kind of costs. You know, 1,600 iron, 1,200 Sathium, 1,300 Neo. But then you do have that Arrestum Zircosium cost, and then you do have that unlock level 25. So if you do want this as a starter CV, I suggest take it into creative, ditch those lasers, Just put antennas in there for now or something like that. Just add the lasers back or even drills back or whatever you want to do with it when you can. So, but yeah, otherwise it's a solid, cheap little CV. It's not a huge amount of fuel capacity, if I'm honest. You might need to watch that. There's 3 fuel tanks with a capacity of 8,100. And with them, I've just filled them up. We had a little fly around. There's only an hour and 20 minutes power left while it's parked on the ground. Engines are active, yes. But yeah, you might need to keep an eye on that. But yeah, it's tiny. What do you want?
Exactly. I mean, there's no grow plots in it. You're not worried about keeping the power on for really any reason, right?
This is the Terran T2, and that is by Nostia, and of course the Sovereign by Fractalite. 2 actually very sleek, very cool looking ships, but with very limited practicality, I think. But you know, they look good.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, you know, everything doesn't have to be super functional and even practical. I mean, this is a game, guys.
Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that quickly. Xcal just said it doesn't need to be practical.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like, I can appreciate how cool these things look, and listen, they do fill a role. They do something really well, and that's, you know, they perform. They fly, they perform. They've got some basic fighter function, and I think that should be commended. So, great job, guys.
Yeah, as always, guys, links down below in the video description. Check them out. Make sure, if you like these builds, give them a big fat rate up, because we all need the thumbs up. We need them likes. That's been the workshop this week. Thank you very much for watching this week. Make sure, as always, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up as well. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And if you haven't already destroyed that subscribe button, I strongly suggest it. It is very good this time of year. And check out Xcaliber's channel as well. Wait, is this going on my channel or your channel? It's going on mine, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's going on yours.
Check
you can
out.
still plug me though.
Yeah. Check out Xcaliber's channel and show some love over there as well. Thank you everyone for watching. It is greatly appreciated always. We'll see you next week for another workshop this week. Until then,
guys.
Take care. Bye bye. Right, so that one's that's the Sovereign by Fractalite, and this is the Terran T2 by Nostia, or Nostia, Nostia. Not to be confused with nostril.
But then there's an H on the nose. I don't know.
Is that? I think that's just.
Oh wait, are those the nostrils? Is that? Oh.
Maybe.
Is that what's going on here?
I don't know. No, I just crashed it. So no, I didn't have enough mouse room. I had to move my mouse halfway through, so it just crashed into the ground. It is not the fault of the plane at all. The SV. It is entirely user error. So,
you know, I have a suspicion.
You can see every time I have to move my mouse.
How long have you had your mouse pad? Like, are you? I guarantee you're one of the guys that's had the mouse pad for like 20 years.
20?
Is it one of the foamy
no, I have a Corsair gaming mouse pad, but a Razer mouse. I've got a proper little menagerie of different kind of devices going on here. We're all familiar with the Razer mouse because it squeaks. Actually, do you know what? The squeak has gone. Yeah, I was so used to the squeak that I hadn't even noticed that it had gone, but the squeak is gone. I wore it out, so that's good. Apparently with Razer mice, you just have to, you know, continuously use them until all the faults disappear over time.
Yeah, it fixes itself.
Yeah, it fixes itself.
Diagnostic. So next we have the Terran T2, and this is by Nostia. Okay. I don't know.
That guy.
You know, just kind of like the way they do the new SV ramps and stuff. You know, the SV-CV passenger ramps.
Yeah, the boarding ramps.
Same thing.
Exactly.
Same thing. Because you can actually stand on those and it'll move you up. I wonder if they could make it so you can place a block on them and they can remain. Because if you did that, it wouldn't be a hard thing to just, instead of making it go 45, for the whole thing to just come down. I feel like that's possible.
The drama is the moving of blocks. So once you place a block, it's physically static. You know, as a whole kind of thing, as a unit. Where you're moving a block within a build is technically. But then I suppose what they would do is they incorporate the cargo into the ramp itself, so that it is all just one block. It acts like a cargo block that is animated. You know, anyway, it's possible. There are ways around it, but you know, they've got many things on their list to do. Some probably more important than a ascending and descending cargo ramp.
Well, let's make it like number 3.
Let's make it number 3. Yeah. The start
number
of edition.
3. So I think number 2 is obviously fix that one shape that doesn't texture right going one way, but it does the other.
Yes, the trigger shape. The trigger shape.
That's number 2. Yeah, number 2. Number 1 shape. Sorry, not one.
Number 1 is CV to CV docking.
Ooh, right.
That's, I think, because to be honest, like the most requested feature, crazily enough, is being able to walk on a CV while it's mobile. But honestly, in the way that the state of the game that it is at the moment, I don't see the point. You can access everything through the control panel, and you can warp instantly. The only reason you would want to walk around is maybe if you're traveling between a planet and a moon, or a space POI. And you're like, what are you going to do? You're going to go and harvest a garden and do a bit of gardening? I mean, I don't care. Whatever.
I don't see that point,
unless they make the actual act of warping and space travel something that requires a lot of time, then I'd like to be able to walk around on my CV. That would be nice. But otherwise, at the moment, I see that as more of a gimmick. It's not really required. So I'd much rather than work on CV to CV docking.
Yeah, or just make the clone chamber upgradable to the station with the multi-tool. That's number 1. That's number 1
on Xcal's list.
Yeah, that's important.
That is important, actually. You can upgrade constructors.
Yeah, I'll win the argument every time.
Yeah.
Because I still get people like, don't you need both? I didn't know. One only does. Anyway, whatever. Yeah. So